Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for attending today's presentation. We are from Group 3. Let me introduce the member of our group. First, Salma Amira MJ, Hafiza Kalisa, Nabila Safitri, Koinanisa Putri Anjani, Muhammad Ahdan Ardani, Pairus Irgi Saputra. Now we are discuss two important topics related to teaching English in primary schools. First, English learning media used in elementary school. Second, obstacles in learning English. In today's presentation, we'll look at the types of the media that are mostly commonly used to teach English in elementary schools. We'll also explore some of the key challenges that educators face in delivering effective English lesson. By the end, I hope we will have a better understanding of how to optimize English learning for young students despite two obstacles.
First, type of English learning media. Before determining the best learning media for student, we need to know the various types first. The media we use must be accordance with the level of ability possessed by student, based on interest and also talent in English. Each student English learning media has its own advantage, but all of them aim to make it easier for students to understand the subject matter. Jadi, sebelum menentukan media pembelajaran yang terbaik untuk siswa, kita perlu mengetahui dulu berbagai jenisnya. Media yang kita gunakan harus sesuai dengan tingkat kemampuan yang dimiliki oleh siswa berdasarkan minat dan juga bakat dalam berbahasa Inggris. Next. Number 1, visual media. Media for student English learning that can only be seen, so that student can learn how to analyze the meaning of the visual media appropriately. Visual learning media are photos and picture. Teacher or tutor can be creative as interesting as possible so that students are not easily bored when learning English. Some example of visual learning media include pop-up picture, poster, display art or flip card, flashcard, Aurelia, the real form of an object. Number 2, audio media. Different from visual media, audio media can only be listened to without visual forms such as image. For example, CD, radios, podcasts, and many more. This media is suitable for practicing student listening and speaking English. Jadi, yang pertama itu ada media visual, contohnya itu ada gambar pop-up, poster, flashcard, atau realia itu bentuk nyata suatu objek. Yang kedua, media audio itu kita bisa, contohnya itu bentuk visual seperti gambar, CD, radio, podcast, dan masih banyak lagi. Untuk melatih kemampuan listening dan speaking siswa. Number 3, audio-visual media. Audio-visual media is combination of image and sound. This method will be more interesting because it can be seen as well as heard here. Example of audio-visual learning media are videos, movies, and so on. Audio-visual media can train children's listening skill. Number 4, crafting media. The next media is crafting, one of the most widely used student English learning media. Crafting is an abbreviation that present 5 points, namely cancel, replace, affirmation, focus, and training. Jadi kalau di audiovisual media itu contohnya ada video, film, dan sebagainya. Media audiovisual dapat melatih kemampuan listening anak. Yang keempat, media crafting. Dia mempresentasikan 5 poin yaitu cancel, replace, affirmation, focus, dan training. Each word above contains the following meaning. Cancel the previous mindset. Replace, change the mindset as desired. Affirmation, saying something in the form of words or symbol. Focus, creativity towards a thing or object. Training, practicing understanding of teaching material. The application of media crafting is to utilize mind mapping technique, which will train you make you to make plans, goals, and action for the English material being taught. Next.
Ways to determine a good learning medium for elementary school. First, adapting to the age and cognitive level of students. Use interactive and engaging media for children, such as visuals, games, or songs. Second, aligning with learning objective. Choose media that match the objective, such as introducing vocabulary, listening skills, or speaking skills. Third, media that activate students. Select media that encourage active students' participation, such as interactive games or conversation simulation. Maksudnya, ada beberapa cara untuk menentukan media belajar yang baik untuk sekolah dasar. Yang pertama, beradaptasi dengan usia dan tingkat kognitif siswa. Gunakan media interaktif dan menarik untuk anak-anak seperti visual, permainan, atau lagu. Yang kedua, menyelaraskan dengan tujuan belajar. Pilih media yang sesuai dengan tujuan, seperti memperkenalkan kosakata, keterampilan mendengarkan, atau keterampilan berbicara. Yang ketiga, media yang mengaktifkan siswa. Pilih media yang mendorong partisipasi siswa aktif, seperti permainan interaktif atau simulasi percakapan. Fourth, availability and easy of use. Choose media that are easily accessible to both teacher and students according to the available infrastructure. Five, visual and audio media. Use visual, pictures, poster, and audio, song stories to facilitate understanding. Six, fun and motivation. Use engaging and fun media such as quizzes and games. Yang ke yang keempat, menyelaraskan dengan tujuan belajar. Yang keempat, yang keempat ketersediaan dan kemudahan pengguna. Pilih media yang mudah diakses baik oleh guru maupun siswa, sesuai dengan infrastruktur yang tersedia. Yang kelima, media visual dan audio. Gunakan visual seperti gambar, poster, dan audio, lagu, cerita, untuk memfasilitasi pemahaman. Yang terakhir, menyenangkan dan memotivasi. Gunakan media yang menarik dan menyenangkan seperti kuis dan permainan.
Selanjutnya ada obstacles to learning English. Yang pertama, one, difficulty in pronunciation in reading due to difference in articulation between reading and how to pronounce it, as well as difficulty understanding grammar in the context of tenses and words that have many meanings. Two, lack of confidence in speaking English. English is also due to difficulties coupled with the difficulty of translating every sentence you want to say, which is an additional factor in speaking English in public. 3. Lack of friends to practice speaking English also causes a person final difficulty in practicing English. Sini ada kendala dalam berbahasa Inggris. Yang pertama itu sulitnya pelafalan dalam membaca karena perbedaan artikulasi antara bacaan dan cara pengucapannya. Juga kesulitan memahami grammar atau tata bahasa dalam konteks tense dan kata-kata yang memiliki arti. Yang kedua adanya kurangnya rasa percaya diri dalam berbahasa Inggris, juga sebab kesulitan ditambah dengan menerjemahkan setiap kalimat yang ingin diucapkan menjadi faktor tambahan dalam berbahasa Inggris di muka umum. Yang ketiga, kurangnya teman untuk berlatih berbahasa Inggris juga sebab kesulitan akhir seseorang untuk memperhatikan bahasa Inggris.
Simple ways to improve English language skill. Yang pertama itu French speaking. Good grammar will be ways if your number in conversation ICT version of language is to your most likely to your meaning terrible in English. AK is to try to get the conversation to understand what you are saying in English. Whereas once you get used to conversation in English, you will naturally agree to approach the grammar you use in speaking. Yang kedua itu take of agama and social media. This is one of the policy was to overview English skills like account of all the social media you have to find English, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter advert sitting in English. Therefore, the preference you use English in everyday living and exercise will within after from being able to make a train from person process instead of it they will give you the opportunity to learning new vocabulary. Yang ketiga, make small notes. If you come as Carolyn and Tayo, to meaning of or Tayo in spacing, there is no R in making ability not to help your remember it more is and learning in as way your opportunity. This is not a frustrated and director you don't inte as referee and book every hair you note in on your phone. Yang pertama itu simpulannya tata bahasa yang baik tidak akan ada artinya jika ada tidak pernah mempraktekkan dalam percakapan. Karena tujuan bahasa adalah untuk berkomunikasi, Anda harus belajar melakukan komunikasi, maksudnya Anda secara lisan dalam bahasa Inggris. Kuncinya adalah mencoba membuat lawan bicara memahami apa yang Anda katakan dalam bahasa Inggris terlebih dahulu. Setelah Anda terbiasa berbicara bahasa Inggris, otomatis Anda akan belajar meningkatkan tata bahasa yang Anda gunakan dalam bicara. Yang kedua itu manfaatkan game dan media sosial. Ini adalah salah satu cara termudah untuk meningkatkan kemampuan bahasa Inggris. Anda manfaatkan semua media sosial yang Anda miliki untuk belajar bahasa Inggris, pengaturan akun Facebook, Instagram, Twitter dalam bahasa Inggris. Carilah teman cyber yang menggunakan bahasa Inggris dalam kehidupan sehari-hari dan sering berinteraksi dengan mereka. Selain bisa mendapatkan teman dari berbagai negara, berinteraksi dengan mereka akan memberikan Anda kesempatan untuk belajar kosakata baru. Yang ketiga, membuat catatan kecil jika Anda menemukan kosakata baru yang belum Anda ketahui artinya atau pernah Anda dengar sekilas, tidak ada salahnya Anda membuat catatan kecil untuk membantu Anda lebih mudah mengingatkan dan mempelajari kembali ketika Anda punya waktu. Ini bukanlah usaha yang sulit. Anda tidak perlu membawa pensil dan buku kemana-mana, catatan di ponsel Anda sendiri. Dilanjutkan oleh
A simple way to improve your reading, observing, and writing skill in English. Read. The first way to hone your skill in English is to read a lot of literature in English. Try reading fiction novels and comics in English. Keep reading until you understand a little by little. Jadi kita dapat membantu anak-anak membaca bahasa Inggris melalui membaca komik dan novel yang rutin. The second, observe. Observing her is, of course, observing everything relates to English around you. Pay attention to the English language films you watch and try to appreciate the dialogue without looking at the subtitles. Finding out the meaning of the lyric of your favorite English songs will also help. Mengamati dialog dan lagu bahasa Inggris dapat memperluas pemahaman bahasa pada anak-anak. Next, Kak. The third, write. You can practice writing by translating the story you usually write in a diary or blog review into English. Writing now vocabulary you know is one the best and easiest ways to the memories it. And by writing a series of sentences in English, it will be easier for you to evaluate your grammatical errors. Menulis dapat membantu anak-anak dalam hafalan kosakata dan memperbaiki tata bahasa. Next, dilanjut sama Kak Ahdan.
Overcoming children's difficulty in learning English. Make learning fun method sound as an English word games, song, or cartoon video. Children take to understand faster than they are having fun. Visual media. Children understand like actually through pictures and video. Pictures, storybook, educational apps, and cartoon movies can help improve vocabulary and grammar understanding. Jadi, gunakan metode yang menyenangkan seperti permainan kata-kata, permainan kata bahasa Inggris, lagu, atau video kartun. Anak-anak cenderung lebih cepat memahami ketika mereka sedang bersenang-senang. Anak-anak lebih mudah memahami melalui gambar dan video. Gambar buku cerita, aplikasi pendidikan, dan film kartun dapat membantu meningkatkannya pemahaman kosakata dan kata bahasa. Next. If consistent and gradual practice, make a consistent effort, not overwhelming practice till good. Give talents that are within their abilities and increase the difficulty level slowly so that they not do it for overwhelmed. With training, practice, listen to non-versi break of stories in English, which think will help your children get on to pronunciation and intonation. Introduce with real phonics. Try using English in everyday life, such as giving sample instruction or while playing. For example, name object or not used in English. Introduction.
Thank you for your attention and time today. We appreciate your interest in this topic and hope that it has been both informative and engaging.